The Washington Post has pronounced it exceptional. Nationally syndicated columnist Liz Smith hails it as the cutting edge of screen journalism. It's Movieline magazine, and it's smart, sexy, and totally uncensored. Movieline is probing, penetrating, and thought-provoking. Movieline is clever, surprising, provocative, and snide. Movieline is not afraid of telling it like it is, of printing the way it's said. Movieline is the one magazine that will tell you the sometimes wacky and often tacky truth about what's happening behind the scenes. Who's taking a bath and who needs to take a bath. You'll meet directors, producers, and the stars, where they live, graze, and rock and roll. You'll know who's in and who's on the way out. Movieline will tell you who's making movies, who's making money, and who's making who in Hollywood. Call now and we'll send you a free issue of Movieline, no risk or obligation. If you like it, you'll pay just $9.95 for 12 more issues. If not, just write cancel on your bill. Call today, 1-800-521-1966.
Johnny Stecchino. With Roberto Benigni as a bus driver. And Roberto Benigni as a mob boss.
El número.
They look the same. In a different kind of comedy. About being in the wrong face.
Johnny Stecchino è morto.
At the wrong time.
Ma l'ho cominciato a sparare! La devi pagare! Eccola qua! Siete contenti? Lo stesso
Johnny Stecchino.
It was first reported at a house in a small town in New Hampshire.
It was horrible. So needless to say, I was doing all sorts of exorcisms. The only problem with my house was the name of my house. It just happened to be called the Bates House.
In New York City, they were shocked by it.
I have never wanted to disappear from a place more in my life. I was barking. I was barking in front of the Museum of Modern Art.
In Moscow, the Russians caught wind of it.
The first thing that I discovered was no vodka. Evidently, prohibition was on, yet the word was never spoken. You never hear anyone say, "When will the vodka come again?"
Down under, they were frightened by it.
So he gets back to his hotel, and it begins to rise up again, and he tries to exorcise it with these ornate rituals.
In Nicaragua, it made people paranoid.
Let's get out of here before what happened to them happens to us.
In Los Angeles, they were ready to cut a deal for the story.
These people had been up since 5 in the morning doing kung fu, jogging, reading scripts, eating blue-green algae from the bottom of the Oregon lakes, and you walk into that room and they are there and they are ready.
And this agent says to me,
We all hope you're not one of those artists that's afraid to make money. No, I don't think so. How much money are we talking about here?
He survived swimming to Cambodia. Now, the adventure continues. Spalding Gray's monster in a box.
Great! I'm going!
From E.M. Forster, author of A Room with a View, comes a film about a love affair
Lilia is engaged to be married. Don't cry, dear.
that was never meant to be.
She's been seduced by a country, not by a peasant.
But we can only judge a country by its men.
Merry women do not wander about alone.
But I'm older than you, and I should as I like.
I am your husband.
And I've got the money.
I thought Gina was splendid and young, and if they wanted to get married, why shouldn't they?
Nothing could come between Lydia and her lover,
That man will either marry her or murder her.
except her in-laws.
Welcome to Monteriano.
Oh, poverina.
Leave me alone. I don't care for the lot of you. I'm English.
There is going to be such a row in this town that you and he will be sorry you ever came to it.
You have come all this way for nothing. He's assaulted me. Can you believe it? In my own room.
Helen Mirren, Helena Bonham Carter, Rupert Graves, Giovanni Guidelli, and Judy Davis.
If he asked me, I would have given myself body and soul.
In a story of lovers
Because he was unfaithful to his wife, doesn't follow that in every way he's absolutely vile.
It is the supreme test.
who dared to rush in
I do so wish something would happen to you.
I know this may be painful for you, but I'm here to rescue you.
where angels fear to tread. From director Robert Altman comes a story of Hollywood.
I got a writer in here who's got a pitch I think you ought to hear. I think it's hot.
We open outside San Quentin.
The Graduate, Part 2. And Mrs. Robinson had a stroke, so she can't talk.
It's gonna be funny?
Yeah, it'll be funny.
Griffin Mill is a hotshot studio executive.
Yes! Angelica, Griffin Mill.
Oh, hi.
Good to see you. Malcolm McDowell.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Bert. Good to see you. Good to see you.
He's heard every pitch.
That's exactly right. It's Out of Africa meets Pretty Woman.
He knows all the angles.
We're gonna have to have a little sex in this, Miss
Yeah, sure, of course. We'll get it.
Slowly pushes her panties down to her knees.
And all the players.
Where are the stars?
No stars.
No stars?
Bruce Willis.
I want Bruce Willis. Not Bruce Willis. No Schwarzenegger.
Julia Roberts.
Now, he's about to star
How did this get here?
I think they're coming from a writer.
Hello, is David Kahane there, please? This is Griffin Mill.
There's a dead man.
in his most unforgettable story yet.
Stop all the postcards. I don't write postcards! I write postcards!
This is a tough story. A tragedy.
Not unlike Ghost meets Manchurian Candidate.
The trouble is,
Something you have to know. If you went to Pasadena with intent to kill, you could go to the gas chamber.
it's not a movie.
I'd like you to come down to the station. I would hate to get the wrong person arrested.
Oh, please. This is Pasadena. We do not arrest the wrong person. That's L.A.
It's his life.
Are you seeing someone else? Oh, you took her to a party, Griffin, with several hundred of my best friends.
Do places like this really exist?
Only in the movies.
Robert Altman's The Player.
Can we talk about something other than Hollywood for a change?
Yes.
We're educated people.
Sure.